Sorry I couldn't make it to our final. I would have much rather been there than at my signed final. Trust me, that was a little intense. So for my part in the presentation, I am introducing the theorist and the theory itself. I'll first talk about the theorists. They were both psychologists, Erwin Altman and Delmas Taylor. I didn't find much about Taylor. Not much on the internet about him. I really didn't find a lot of information on either of them, but I found that Erwin believed that a lot of what happens to you, or that environmental psychology has a lot to play on emotional psychology, if that makes sense. So he kind of explored that field a little bit. So in 1973, they both came up with the theory. The theory explains how relationships change over time and how, and through the process of self-disclosure, of course, how not all relationships are romantic and some kind of go back and forth. This theory, so it explains, it works off the idea that we become dependent in a relationship, even new ones. We're humans are social beings, so we are dependent on each other, and that's what this theory is based on, that it's an exchange, give and take between two people, that we don't immediately trust each other, but as we go through the relationship, as the onion starts to get unpeeled layer by layer, we start to trust each other a little bit more, and we disclose more about each other and get closer as friends and closer as individuals to one another. And that's what makes friendships really strong, is being able to give somebody that trust, and for you to receive it too, because it's not a one-way street when it comes to this kind of thing. You want to be able to let people confide in you just as much as you are confiding in other people. We put trust in one another little by little until the relationship grows, and this is what the theory relies on, and how it grows in predictable and systematic ways through self-disclosure. So it's kind of hard for us to trust each other in the beginning, just because we're nervous about how somebody might perceive us, or that kind of thing, how our differences might not make us equal or the same. But once we start to get to know somebody else, we'll see their flaws and they'll see our flaws, and we'll be able to connect with each other. We'll also share experiences and be able to kind of go off that. Also, they might be able to help you if you're experiencing something that they've already gone through. And that's an important thing in a relationship, is being able to confide in somebody and be able to talk to them about what's bothering you. Because if you don't talk to somebody about what's bothering you, it can really mess you up. So the onion part of the theory, I think, is really interesting, because we are all a little bit like an onion, like Shrek says. There's more to us than that first layer, there's more to us than that second layer, and it just kind of really keeps going. The more that you learn and the more that you know about yourself, the more that you can help other people understand you too. And we're changing all the time and constantly going through changes, and somebody that you've been close with and shared a lot, disclosed a lot about yourself, they'll be able to understand what you're going through and might be able to help you out with what's going on in your life. And that's a really important thing, to be able to take care of each other, and that's how relationships really keep going. So that's an important thing for everyone to consider while you're in a relationship, is that you have to be mindful of what the other person's going through, and seeing if you can help out, or maybe if you need to give them some space so that they can process what's going on, because you should be able to trust that they'll come to you for help. So thank you. I had a lot of fun in this class this year, and it really helped me kind of consider relationships a little bit different, consider how you interact with other people. I hope I'll see you soon.